spirit is a mighty earl, called Andromalius, who appears in the form of a man, holding a serpent in his hand. He retrieves thieves and brings back goods that are stolen. He discovers all wickedness, and punishes thieves and wicked people, according to the gravity of their crimes. He discovers hidden treasures, and rules 36 legions of demons. These are the 72 kings of hell. Solomon bound them up and sealed them in a vessel, and had them cast into a deep lake in Babylon. Years after, rumors began to go round.
Twisted Tea is a refreshing, hard iced tea made with real brewed tea. Keep it twisted.
Round that the vessel Solomon cast into the lake was full of treasures, and
Damn
so
you,
the
Arnie,
Babylonians
or
began
Arnie.
to search for the vessel, and eventually found it.
Alas,
Alas, they broke the vessel open, and out flew
I know,
all the
Charlie.
72
We're working on it.
demon
You were born
kings
in,
and their
so you
legions.
know that.
They were free once again, categorized into knights, earls,
Right about
presidents,
Blake, though.
princes,
He's doing just fine.
dukes, marquises, and kings. These 72 infernal spirits are all under the power of 4 principal kings of hell, under the power of 4 supreme infernal kings of the 4 corners,
Alright,
namely,
Bledsoe, you want to bet? You can go over there
Amamen,
and
the
bet.
principal king of the east, Curson, the principal king of the west, Simoniar, the principal king of the north, and Goat, the principal king of the south. The 4 principal kings, Amamen.
Now, I want you to think about it from a. I want you to think about it from a mathematical standpoint. Where's my maps? Yeah, sure. Coulda, woulda, shoulda done all that. All those things. This is scale for you. Apparently 5 miles. I believe you, 79. I'm dealing with squishy Greenland copper numbers, so I feel you, brother. Looking from the north and the south, the east and the west, though, what would be my demon? What table? What aggro world? Well, given 7 at 7 over there, and Morgan fucking Freeman checking out the Desert of Kings over here, and anything that could step at a table is a reference in DT, the higher derivative of the Cairo drying up or something like that. If we wanted to, this is not a animated ball for the spinners or any other system. This is flat map. Okay, that's gonna get me into some obvious systems of real stem revolutions. Some very heavy cane gate going down here. You are fighting gravity. Over here, you're going to probably see a lot of that border system of like, well, in order to make sure that old ways and the bullshit don't go along with it, considering that naval vessel that everybody's going to be fucking pushing on. What are you going to do, turn the crank by hand? Well, you better figure something out, chain drop over here. You better have aliens in Battleship movie over here, and when I rip that thing off of its moorings, man, you know, I'm just... AB, up, down, left, right, spin charm. There's a Hydron Collider somewhere around here. Damn it. Now, given that escapade of what's going down, where I'm growing corn, where that demon's going to be, obviously, not, I mean, in here it's an Able standard, right? Because you have an MRE issue between I-Hat and J-Hat about what's in charge of that area to maintain standard deviation under population or anything else. That's where your population is. You could distribute. There has to be a reason why they didn't. Cord down to gravity. Short whatever they do, because it doesn't matter what zoning board I work for inside of here. I'm going to narrow that shit down just a little bit for myself about, well, this seems like a lot of area, and if I had to assay all of this about the arborization of when you hedge, when you go about harvesting, what those wave functions are on here, well, it's going to get pretty wiggly squiggly. So it on its own, and that's the fact that we looked at it and saw books before somebody's going to go flaming all the tablets or, you know, Pandora's work over there on some bullshit. And Pandora, the king, too. I get you there. There's a lot of that story methodology here because it works. When I'm Eastern Catholic, Judeo, Silly Billy, Church of the Broken, GOC, Sartic Church over there, you know, talking about the mechanical processes of what's going to happen next here, Law of the Land, Dragon of Mittenwood. here farmer apparently, because I'm just talking probability out of penguins I expect to see down there. No, I mean somebody better, maybe a road crew. That would be A and B here. You got public works and road crews, and you got farmers. And as far as between the two on a busy day out there in that sunshine, Matthew 20. Why? Because I don't give a fuck about what book that is. I'm gonna slide it in that 3-ring binder because that's obviously the one we need over there. That was without there being in this temple over here the goddamn Florida Gators or whatever bullshit it's going down about your fucking security region and inside of here husbandries. And that's where you could argue, officer. I'm gonna write a fucking symbol on somebody's door. Don't fucking touch it. Jesus Christ. It's got a fucking... You've grown a goddamn plant before. I understand, like, that's why you don't touch this, right? Because if you get in the way of the stem process here, I'm gonna irradiate your asses out there. That's where you're gonna be catching fucking neutrinos out there, man. What did you see? Car went by, Lucy. Jeez, and 6 feet deep. Turquoise skull somewhere's around here. You got Lucy's long jump and some other stuff. And don't... Oh, I am not even one bit afraid to whip it out in my backyard. Let's get over there. Why? Because you should be pissed, right? There, brother? It's like, you don't live here. I don't live there. I'm looking for getting in the soldiery, so, you know. I'm a camel racer. I know, you're pissed already, right? Because this is what it looks like in here. I was like, you guys don't have that farm grower like this? And I was like, yeah, Mark Marinello is just as dumb as the rest of you motherfuckers in a different way for the most part about what natural gas shelf I got down in here, whether I'm going solar or wind. These are fucking mountains. This is Catskills. You're going to be protracted warfare trying to walk to the top of this motherfucker right here. And that's trees, bears, mosquitoes. There might be a bobcat living out there at 2 o'clock in the morning and didn't decide it liked you out there. Meow! Fucking scared. Oh yeah, we got big ass fish and spiders around here. I'll give you a good tag. If it can eat a fish and it dumps it and eats it corrosively, I probably wouldn't want it hammering down on me down there. Not that we don't have rattlesnakes and we do the hot mama thing over here a little different. Rules, John Wick. Ego is its own outlier inside of there because we'll dig in. This is all that is. A 5-mile run, I'd have you running on a course, right? You want to send them here, Arab, you know, or Jew or whatever you got, I will run them on a 5-mile course and make them men. We're going to start over here at the cemetery and get to know everybody every day when we clock in for formation over here at 7 o'clock in the morning. Our first meeting is going to be at 10:30 a.m. Shark Punch Coalition about what that's going to be. Us out in that field about this is where I have plots dug up for what that is. You're about to be in charge of it. Will and Testament. Over here, here's a board factory, some gas stations. Well, this is a Bisbee's, kind of like the distributor, Home Depot, but smaller. Where I'd probably want them to upgrade to a Home Depot at some point in time if we're going to bring in the tourism about that golf course up here and the hotels and the deer hunting. This here river, I know there's a 30-inch walleye floating around here somewhere, so I let it go. Now at that point in time, you got a water treatment down here, Coco the Grill. That's going to be $14.20 while you're talking to Helen Keller, because you shouldn't need to say a word. There's going to be a holy goddamn monkery about what that is down here. Cobblestill over here, be lucky I'm grinding for you. They're probably going to give you $16.50 out the door as an immigrant or anything else, unless I have the standard for the working frame rates inside here. They'll probably leave on the table. Anybody else about, you know, arrest records, wildcats, drugs, anything else. There's a school up here with a football field, and we can make them run laps all the goddamn day. Anywhere else in there? You want me to check from the river to the sea as far as what gray water's coming in here? I'll drown every single fucking one of them, bring them back to life, shake the shit out of them, and tell them to write their own fucking book for later, because whether I have one and you don't, it's going to make a big goddamn difference in terms of what these books are. I want your black book. You know, I'm going to have you come in here and tell me how to fix the dyslexic kid with the double neck tattoos as far as what the area is supposed to concern itself with when it's just your basic school, Ottoman Empire, Lepiton pitch of the Adel dealing with the major and minor arc sign of perspectives of what might be going inside of something I can't tell unless I crack it open.
It starts with an art glass.
Not military perspective for you here. Maybe not the cabinet that you're used to over here, but this is global scale on what it does, and those are Ghost Reaper peppers as far as what I'm shitting out right now. So I'd suggest you get a bowl there, Annie. And ask for some more. Use it. Run it. I'm not going to do your school. I'm not going to take your substitute model. I'm not going to take this long in that brick building or foundation. What I am going to do is walk in there and apply my best. And government, you can get in the way if you'd like.